Bit of a wild child?
I'm a bit of a wild child.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, I was just,
At what age would you say this? Yeah, okay, she'd give me the look. She'd give me the kayfabe look. Okay, you was a wild child.
I was a wild child.
Let's leave it at that.
I was a wild child.
So how long were you a wild child?
2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
And so just hanging out with friends and doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Concert goer? Are you a music lover?
I'm a music lover, yeah. And
Tell me about this.
Yeah. So there was a place all the rock kids would hang out in Temple Bar. That was back in Dublin, and they had like a music centre, and you'd go to gigs every Saturday. And
so what was the music scene? What kind of music do you like?
Rock, yeah. Okay. I'm a big rock.
I'm old, okay, but I'm a hair metal guy. I think that's almost like the Attitude Era. I don't think the Attitude Era. The wrestlers have always had attitude. Rock and roll people have always had hair, but I'm big into the hair bands and just hard rock. So would you be an extreme metalhead or?
More of a grunge head, I'd say. You know, like Pearl Jam would be my favorite band.
Man, I dig Pearl Jam, but I was more of an Alice in Chains guy.
I love Alice in Chains. Yeah. Love Alice in Chains. What's your favorite song?
Ooh, well, from them, Jesus Christ, God dang, sitting in an angry chair. I can't think of the one right now. But have you ever heard of Mad Season?
Oh.
That was some of the members from, I think it was Lane Staley was a lead singer. He's dead now. But I think it was 1 or 2 members from Pearl Jam. And anyway, Mad Season, you gotta check that out because it's totally in a different vibe than what they were collectively as individual bands. So anyway, enough about that.
Pearl Jam, I just saw them live for the first time.
How were they?
In Fenway. Oh, amazing. Played for 3 hours, like even better live. Than listen to them. Just, Eddie Vedder has just got so much soul in his voice. Amazing.
Well, he can sing his ass off. The kid's got a little talent. Sticks with it, he might make it. What do you watch on TV? Do you watch TV?
Don't watch a lot of TV, no.
Do you watch yourself on TV? Do you break down your performance? I like seeing yourself wrestle.
I hate watching myself wrestle.
It's hard.
It's hard. I can watch myself talk all day long.
Yeah.
I can watch that. Can watch any backstage things, anything that I do where I'm talking. When I see myself wrestling, it's hard for me.
Tell me about your first match, because Finn trained you.
Yeah.
The other guys help out train you. So you go out for your first match. Were you just a ball of nerves?
Yeah.
Were you, or were you just one of those people that was born to be in front of a crowd?
Ball of nerves. I feel like I've always had a way with the crowd, though, a connection with them, but that's never stopped me from being nervous before. I think there was 2 matches in my entire career where I haven't been nervous, and they were the worst matches of my life. So I always think anytime I'm not nervous, I'm nervous.
How long did it take before you thought that, hey, you know what? I'm pretty good at this?
So I remember the exact moment, the exact spot, and I had just tagged with my brother and I was heel. I hadn't played heel before, and I was 17. I was sitting in this little school hall in Kildare. It was a mixed tag match, and I came back and I was sitting down. I remember exactly where I was sitting, and he was sitting just opposite me, and I go, Richie, think I can do this for the rest of my life?
And that's when you...
And that's when I was like, okay, I've got something here. And before that, it seemed like too much of a dream. You know what I mean? It was just a pipe dream, because I didn't have anybody that I looked at that was from Ireland that was over there. And I'd look at his on TV every Saturday morning, and that just seemed so far beyond my reach.
How did you end up in NXT? Did they call you? Did you call them?
I called them.
So what'd you say?
At the time, I just graduated college. From acting college, I was working as a stunt woman on the Vikings, and I hadn't any stunt experience, but I was like, I was a good wrestler. So let me go down to a school and work on some stuff, and that will help me with coordinating fights and everything. So I went down. I was talking to my friend Joe, who actually was signed to NXT at the time, and he looked at my footwork, and then we talked about promos later, and I told him about how I used to, practice promos, and I'd talk like to myself on bike rides and this, that, and whatever, cutting promos just to myself all the time. He was like, have you ever gone for a tryout? And I said, no. And he goes, would you? And I go at the time, because I had booked my flights. I'd booked my visa to come over to New York. I was going to, try give the acting thing a go. Didn't really have a plan as per Beckyism. I was just like, no, Joe, I've got my plan set in place. I'm going to go over to New York and do all that. And he goes, well, think about it, because I think you'd get in. And I thought about it for a split second. And as soon as he said it, I was like, that's it. Cause I felt like I was pushing for passions. You know what I mean? Like I'd done all these little odd jobs in between in those 7 years. And I was pushing to feel as passionate as I was about wrestling, because I knew what it felt like to be really passionate about something. And I was doing all these things that I enjoyed, and they were great, jobs and fun adventures, but nothing that I felt pulled me. You know what I mean? With everything, I felt like I was pushing. And as soon as he said that, I was like, yeah, that's it. And there wasn't not one doubt in my mind that I was going to get signed.
Okay, so you go there. What happens?
So I had my tryout. Robbie Brookside and William Regal and JR were there, and Jerry Briscoe and Norman Smiley was there as well. And I remember just going through all the drills and everything. And like any time I got tired, I was just a little bit of an embarrassing thing. I'd sing, "Lose Yourself" by Eminem in my head, and I just knew that I'd get in. I knew that was what I was meant to do.
So
I absolutely knew it.
Hey, good job, kid. You're part of the team.
More or less, they saw the love that I had for it, and they asked me to cut. So they had me cut. I did well on all my drills and everything like that, and then they asked me to cut promos, and I was like, yeah, in the back.
You've been practicing on cutting promos.
Yeah, and then like with the acting background and everything like that just helped me. And then
how much did the acting help you?
A lot, I think.
Do you prefer working heel or baby?
At the moment, I like working baby. I'm excited for when I turn heel eventually, though, because I think
when it's time,
when it's
organic.
Yes.
I did my flip, at 17, with The Rock, and I wanted to turn heel just because I always preferred working heel, and didn't go my way. So anyway, yeah, when it's time.
Yes.
Tell me.
When I was on the indies, never worked baby, hated it.
Really?
Always worked heel. Yeah. So it's weird for me that I came here and was a baby.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
But I just find there's more of a comfort zone working heel, because you can trip, you can fall, you can have egg on your face, you can screw up. No, you don't necessarily want to.
Yeah.
But as a baby face, you don't really, you have to stand for something. Tell me about your connection with the crowd.